we're live on a Mars day. Tuesday. God who gives us strength. The God of war. Action. Fire. Are you on fire? You ready to go to war? I'm fighting for my black people right now. So if you got a problem with the black community, you better fucking get out of here. So I'm going to set your ass on fire too. Set your ass on fire. Talk about, hey now. Hey now. I go on day. Hey, what's up everyone? I am the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, messenger, evangelist, North American Sybil, messenger of God, first child of God. I am the LILITH reincarnated. Today is Tuesday, May 6th. I'm sitting here, I'm watching, I'm looking at all these pictures from the Met Gala, and the Holy Spirit tells me, and I have to stop. He's like, look at how they're selling the black people. I was like, what? He said, look, keep scrolling, go to another post. It's nothing but black people. They're selling the black people in fashion. Did you guys see it? I didn't see it at first either. Every website, TMZ, whatever, every website, put in hashtag Met Gala 2025. Look at the page. They're selling only black people's in there. Which is not a big deal, but it is. You guys are excited to be part of it, but you don't realize you're being pimped out. They finally let you guys be the life of the party, but they're not. They're using you to sell. They're using you to sell fucking fashion, bro. That's why I mean, come on. The black culture is the richest culture that ever existed. That's why they use you in music. That's why they use you in sports. That's why they use you in film. They use the shit out of you guys, yo. Massive, bro. Massive. So there's this one I just looked at. It's all sexy over 30. It's only our black peoples. Which, it's a proud moment, but you don't realize what they're doing, bro. They're not putting you up. They're using you. It's like those fucking Christmas commercials where all of a sudden the families became minorities. It's nothing against whites, bro. I'm telling you. It's not like, oh, where'd all the white people go? No, I know what they're doing to you, bro. They're using you to sell to people like you. They're trying to use the black culture to sell to the black culture. Same as fucking Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre did with the pop can of gin and juice. It's marketing at its best. I am a marketing major. I know exactly how to sell some shit, bro. They're selling you, bro. They're selling your skin color in order to sell their products, bro. If you looked at the pictures the way I did, you would say that it was a black party only. They had the 3 pictures of the Kardashian girls, which I just want to point out, these used to be the royalty of fashion. And now they were non-existent at this fucking event. And they looked the worst compared to all the black peoples. They did it on purpose, bro. It's beautiful. Not to mention the gala hates fucking Kardashians. They hate them. They use them just to sell. They invite people just to sell their products. This is all, the whole Met Gala is nothing but a fashion show for the public. The people that can't afford to go to their fashion shows. But again, they send you particular invites. You go to a whole crowd of white people, but they invited you. Why did they invite you? Because you're into fashion. And if they can get you to wear this shit, they can get you to sell it to other black peoples. Does our black community need to be fucking keeping up with the Kardashians? Do you need to be in white royalty clothes? Or do you need a black designer to show it? Now, going back to it, I jumped on Lewis yesterday. Lewis tried to bring back the black culture by using the Crowies, which is amazing. You don't even know that. That goes back to shit. That's divination. I could take his jacket apart, take those fucking beads off of it, take those shells off of it, and tell you the future. Yeah. In the essence, the rest of them weren't. You know what I mean? He kept the culture in. I don't know what the actual theme was. The theme was selling black people is what it was. If the theme was the culture, then they brought the culture in to sell it. They're selling the culture, bro. They're raping you for your culture and trying to sell it at high price tags with music, art, fashion, sports. They pull you away from your neighborhoods. They pull you away from, you know what I mean, your culture, and culturalize you guys into being whitewashed. You hang out at the white parties. You talk like the white people. You shop at fucking Whole Foods and shit. You talk about your own black peoples, bro. They turn you against your peoples, bro. Every black person of power was invited there. Anyone that has a good following. Now, mind you have to pay to play, meaning you're paying to be part of this party, to be dressed up and you're like a fucking, you're like the stock show, bro. A designer put an outfit on you, and this is their opportunity. You're their dummy, bro. Now, there's something to be said here. Obviously, it's the realization is that the power is in the black culture, that the white culture isn't fucking growing these industries, that they need to go into the black culture, because white kids turn to the black culture to know what's cool. Am I lying? Nope. Nope. So what if fashions, what is, you know what I mean? What does the man do? They turn to the black people too. They know what sells, bro. They're selling your skin color. And they made you guys come and act white. All of you. You acted like a bunch of white, prissy people. You forgot your culture. You forgot that you were even black. Lizzo shows up with bleached blonde hair. Forgets that she's even a black woman to begin with. All of them did. They put these white clothes on and took their fucking black skin off, bro. Let's act proper. Let's talk like them. Let's be prissy like them. Let's keep up with the Kardashians. You didn't know that they were using you. But they did. They used you to sell products to white people. Because realistically, we know that the black communities can't afford that shit, bro. They're rich, but they're not materialistic, bro. They're trying to make black people something they aren't. Black people made Nike. Black people made Jordan. Black people made Adidas. Black people made New Balance come back. Black people made things the way they are. They are the soul food of our fucking, you know what I mean, of so much creativity. Why? Because they're connected to a higher source, bro. They're connected to something more than their fucking flesh. They care about things more than that, you know what I mean? So that their culture just it's bred into their DNA. What? The world. They're not closed off. They're not, you know what I mean? They're multifaceted is the word I'm looking for. It's sad. I know what they did. And I know you guys are, you know, they manipulated the shit out of you. They used you as a dummy, bro. You don't understand. These designers need somebody important to wear their clothes for their clothes to be important. Look at who they decided was the important crowd last night. They only used you to get what they wanted out of you, but I want you to remember something. The whole world is starting to realize that you guys are the power. You guys have the power to change the way things are, that people look to you. They know it, but they're trying to control it. So they bind you so that you act and talk and walk in their ways. Careful. Don't lose your culture. Trying to be part of an organization. The fashion organization didn't even care for you. They're only doing it because you're going to help them sell. They're using you. Remember your power, bro, and don't give it away to someone else. That's how Russ started designing his own clothes. I told him that over 2 years ago, is they use you. You make their clothes. Why don't you make your own clothes and put your name on it and sell your own clothes instead of selling somebody else's? Is what I said. And so he took it and he started designing his own clothes. But he charged fucking white boy prices. And it didn't work. Nicki Minaj made clothes and then they went to Kmart. Why? She knew who how much money people had and where to sell it. She knew where to catch her market. Kmart's don't exist anymore. But in the essence, that's where it is where do my people shop? You don't want to go where other people are. You want to get in where you fit in, bro. You don't want to fucking make a place, you know? Like, there are already people like you. You don't have to conform to someone else. And that goes back to your music. You don't got to make music like them. There's people like you. They're trying to reach people like you using you. Keep that in mind. That was sad to me. And that's all I saw is like, dude, they just use they rape the black community for fashion. And none of them, you know what I mean? That's, no black people wear that shit, bro. That doesn't say culture. None of them. None of those outfits, bro. If I had to guess the theme, it would have been 1930s. That wasn't the theme, though. But that's what everybody dressed in. They didn't get the memo. They don't know culture. They don't know their ancestors, nothing. It's all about, you know what I mean? Fucking pinstripes, idiots. That's as far back as you go, is the 30s. Truthfully. And the truth is no. You, like looking at the black communities, if you went back any further, you'd have to go back to another country. Because you didn't have any power or rights or significance back then. So what do? They put you in the stripes to remind you. How many people wore the pinstripes yesterday at that party? Was that part of the theme? Or it was an insider joke that none of you got? Be careful. That's all I can say. I tried to tell this yesterday. People want to show you the best. They want to impress you. For what? Because they want something from you. The more that they take of our black community, or, you know what I mean, our celebrity blacks, and whitewash them, the less we have black communities, the less black power that we have. You were black before you started hanging out with the white peoples, and they made you white. You know what's funny, though? Is white people can't hang out with black people and become black. We can inhabit some of the culture, but we can't become you. How many black people turn into white people with your white hairdos and you dressing up like a white girl and you know what I mean, trying to fit in with the white peoples? It's not about the division of you shouldn't be associating with them. It's like you shouldn't be turning into them just to be part of them. You abandon your culture, you abandon your people, you abandon your actual ancestry by becoming the enemy. They're not your enemy, but in essence, you know, your family looks at you. It's like, you know what I mean? They sit there and they watch these people manipulate you, and like, how can you not know better? But it's a long line of, you know, the black persecution and manipulation. The White Houses wouldn't have been, and I'm not talking about the White House, but I'm talking about the White Houses, people that are white community that lived in houses. They wouldn't have been wealthy or successful without the black hands in their homes helping. White people don't come together to help each other. Why? Because they're judgmental. You're not deserving of their help. Do you remember when what happened with George Floyd? And the entire world came together behind a black man? They know where the power lies. They just don't want you to know it. This is just that culture, but they do it. They rape a lot of your cultures, guys. To what? To sell it to white kids. They're not trying to sell it to black kids. Why? Because they don't. Because, I mean, be honest. The black families can't afford such things. They did that on purpose. I'm just quiet. It's like you don't even realize what you know what I mean? You're making white lives rich. With, you know what I mean? They're raping your culture. They're taking your words. They're taking your style. They're doing all of this. They're putting on your skin. And you're showing them how to do it. It's not a bad thing that white people want to be black. What's bad is that they deny that it's a black thing that they're doing. They're trying to own the black culture for themselves, take power and dominion over something that's not theirs. You know what I mean? The lingo, all the different stuff. Perhaps there was some white people. I think I saw one picture of like, what was her fucking face? Justin Bieber's wife. Without Justin Bieber. What do they have to do with fashion? That's it. They need the people on top to wear their fashions. Otherwise, nobody will. If they can't get black people to wear their shit, then that's not going to be worn. Do you know why? Because the white people already have their particulars. It's funny, but it's like, you know, if they wear one brand, they don't wear the other. If they wear one designer, they don't typically fuck with the other. It's kind of a weird loyalty thing. So that means there's no growth in there. They're trying to expand, you know what I mean? Just like every business. They're trying to expand their sales. This is a sales opportunity once a year. You know what I mean? To dress people up as royalty and to parade them down, you know, a couple of stairs. As far as it being a Met Gala, a gala would be a ball. It means it would be an actual party. Every person that comes out of there says that they never got food, there was nothing to do, you're not allowed to take pictures in there, all kinds of shit. It's just an organized fucking marketing scheme, bro. This isn't a party. This isn't fun. This is you dressing up, you know what I mean, and selling somebody else's product and paying for it. I believe the tickets to go to that are like $5,000. You have to buy a ticket to go to the Met Gala, and it's extremely expensive. You're paying just to be seen in somebody else's clothes, just to be seen at a party. And then they're not friends. It's all competitive. So then you had Nicki Minaj and fucking Cardi B and, you know, all these fucking, you had fucking Rihanna and all these fucking hater-ass chicks and shit. Let's dress them all up and bring them all to the same party and see how this goes. They don't invite you anywhere else, do they? They get views and likes and fucking sales by inviting you. They're pimping you out. Lewis is so proud to be part of the fucking, you know what I mean, to be part of the chair of this bullshit. You're the head of this bullshit. It was your idea to pimp out the black peoples like this? You sit with a bunch of white peoples and made this decision? Or is it because you're the chair they decided to invite more black people to even out the crowd? Make you feel comfortable in the crowd? Doesn't matter. You don't fit in with the black people anyways. It's not about skin. Mr. Royalty. There's another one too. Your ugly best friend's fucking, what was her fucking shit? Venus Williams. Serena wasn't there. You know, all your fucking celebrity fucking friends that don't mean shit. I'm sad for you guys. It's nothing new. It's, I'm saying Big Mike. It's like they adopted a bunch of black people just for sympathy, just for show. It's not that you're not worthy, it's just that that's not what they were doing. Be careful. That's all I can say. And you don't have to be black or white for this conversation to hit. Why did they bring you? They never wanted shit to do with you before. Why did they bring you to this event? Why did people invite you? Why are they talking to you? What do they want from you? It's not about being paranoid, it's about being aware. Everybody wants something from you, and that's why they're talking to you. Find out what their true intentions are. Don't get fucked over. Don't get used. Don't get played. It's not about being paranoid, it's about asking the real questions. What does this person really want from me? What are they getting at? What is the purpose of your fucking voice right now? When someone calls you, they called you with an intention. They might beat around the bush for a long time on the phone, but they called you for a fucking reason. They had a thought. Maybe they won't come out directly. Maybe they'll manipulate the conversation and try to put this thought into the conversation, make you think you started the conversation. Whatever the case may be, when someone reaches out to you, they want something from you. Find out what they want. And find out if you give it to them, is this the end of it? And do they continue to just come and want shit from you? Start being aware of the people that are energy harvesting you and your status, your situation, your light, your love, your fucking aspiration, your creativity. People are coming all the time and taking from you. What are they taking? You don't realize you're giving it to them. Nobody's stealing or getting over on you. They're literally, you're just unaware of the fact that you're giving them everything they want. And that's why they keep coming back. If you said no to one of these people, watch how they don't come back. Think I'm lying? Try it. Try it. Watch the dynamics of your relationships fucking fall apart when you say no. Watch when you realize that you're the giver and you're dealing with takers. This is going to be a hard lesson for most of you. But you need to learn it before it's too late. When you've been depleted of everything. You've given all of yourself to everyone else. Right? Being at that party last night did nothing for those people. It was all about the designers. They used you. You weren't special by being there. You just thought you were. Dinner for schmucks is what that was. They made you look stupid as fuck, bro. I'm not happy with that. And I can't, what's done is done. All I can do is tell you how to protect yourself from shit like that going forward. You think it's a joke? Why'd they invite you? Did you have a good time? Did people talk to you? Did you make friends? Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. Here's another one that just popped in my head. How come Timothy Chalamet wasn't there? He's there every year, but now that he's got a girlfriend, he didn't want to be there. They showed him, everywhere else. How come he wasn't there? Questions to be asked. Anyways, I got to move on with my day. I just wanted to point out what I saw. And you guys need to open your eyes and start paying attention to the things that are going around. You know what I mean? Same thing with, like, the Kentucky Derby. All they posted was pictures of the celebrities. They use you to sell the situation, bro. It's not about your enjoyment. It's about they're using your name, your image to sell their own brand. Careful of that. Just careful. That's all I can say is, people are taking away your power. You're kind of giving it to them. And that's all that means. And this isn't about race wars. This is about culture. That's it. This isn't about race wars. This is about culture. And I want to say, the destruction of a culture. Little by little, bro, they're breaking it down. And they're making it industry. They're making an industry out of the black culture. Little by little, by little, by little, by little. They're taking away what the black culture was and making it whitewashed. Making it, making it that you can buy it at Target, at any Target, Walmart, or fucking Home Goods. Be careful, guys. They know that you guys have something, and they're willing to take it and make it their own and say that it, put a nice, pretty name on it that wasn't theirs. I'm just somber about it, bro. Just real somber about it. I'm trying to, eradicate you. Take all the good that there is about the black community and throw them to the trash. You know what I mean? They bring you in just to study you, just to take all the goodness, just to, to emulate you, to put your skin on. They're at the high schools looking for, for the new talent. They're over there doing rap contests, trying to find the new talent. They're over there, But they don't care about you. They don't, They, like Lewis, bro. I told you Ferrari didn't want you to win. They just wanted to make sure that you weren't standing in their way of winning. I talked about this the other day about Lewis. It's like Lewis wants you to think that he's special because he's the first black man to be in Formula One. The only black man to be in Formula One. He's the only black man to abandon his culture and become, like them. That's it. If you follow their rules and you conform to them, you can be like them. But you'll have to literally take off everything that makes you to be like them. Other than his skin, he's not cultured anymore. I don't know if he ever was. He never really was a Briton black man. But he can't, you know what I mean? Trying to be an American black man doesn't qualify. You don't understand our culture. You don't understand the American blacks. No more than we understand, you know what I mean? The French blacks or the Canadian blacks. You're very powerful, beautiful, strong culture. And I don't want people to rip you apart and try to, you know, take away from you to make themselves better. I don't want you to lose your power and give it to another. The Mama Bridge in me is coming out, you know. My people were from the Ireland and the Celtics from up there. But they were put into slavery and they were drugged to Haiti, and they became, you know what I mean, slaves. And that's when I became, you know, Mama Bridge. And that's where I had to transform, and I became the mother of voodoo and all of that. So even though I started out as a mother of the whites, when I got there, I became the mother of all, you know what I mean? Because it wasn't just them that, you know, that was it. It's like they slaved the white people. That's how that story went down. But in the essence, it's like, no, I don't want to see this happen. We've seen this happen too much. It's not going to happen on my watch. Not while the Dark Goddess is here. And that's where it is, you know, there's certain things like me saying the N-word. You can't take that from that culture. Not unless you're culturized into it. Can you even possibly attempt to be part of that language? Okay? And in the essence, it doesn't give me the right just because I've been there. It's because it's not something I can fully explain to you. But that's how it is they, you know, you're being culturally inappropriate is what they call something like that. I forgot, my daughter knows the term for it. Keep in mind, they adore you. But they're trying to be you and eliminate you in that adoration, you know what I mean? That's some Diddy shit. Don't let them change you. And that's what it is. It's like all these beautiful fucking black people that came from struggle put on these dresses, put on these clothes, and walked down those stairs and forgot who the fuck they were. They forgot who they were. They had cued answers. You know what I mean? They knew you could watch them, where they put their hands, where they looked, everything. It's like you guys were just cued dummies. But in essence, you're supposed to be our most powerful, you know what I mean, speakers in the industries. But you were just walking as a fucking, you know what I mean, as a mannequin. A dressed up mannequin at their little party. Like, where's the loudness? Where's the love? Where's the kisses and the hugs? Where's Big Mama? Where's Thug Life? Where's all of this? There's no culture in this. You guys put on these clothes and forgot who you was. And the way that you wore the clothes, how you presented yourself. You became all proper. You went from pauper to proper. Which is what? Because we all know that when you took that shit off, you put your skin right back on and we was hitting it. But not in front of them. Let's pretend like we're something we're not, right? Let's act accordingly for them. Let's dress up and act like what? Like high society? You call that high society? Motherfuckers is on pills. They're high as fuck. The highest I've ever been. Come on, bro. Colin Kaepernick, bro. Colin Kaepernick, bro. Dwayne Wade. Lewis Hamilton. Hey, Lewis, where was your boyfriend? You didn't get a +1? No fencer? You didn't get to bring your boyfriend? Funny how your boyfriend doesn't go to such things unless you're there. He's not really part of that group unless he's riding your coattail. I noticed that. There wasn't a seat at your table, so he didn't want to go, right? He can't be cool without you. Whatever, Wembley. Mm. Did you see them? None of them represented the culture. Lewis, do you know what Lewis looked like? He did it on purpose. And I think that's why I was watching the movie. Lewis's favorite movie is Coming to America and Cool Runnings. He dressed up as the father. He used that whole movie to inspire his look. And he dressed up like that. He dressed up like something he saw on TV. Is this surprising? Nope. 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 The lady, whatever her name is, with the fucking bob cut, something Winters or whatever, the lady that let you in, that decided to make you a chair. Let me ask you this, Lewis. How many other black people does she holler at? You were the whitest black person ever, bro. You were the whitest black person ever. That's what got you in there. Don't ever forget that, bro. It's not your skin. It's the fact that you've completely conformed into a fucking royalty and a white guy. Right? If you acted like you were black, you wouldn't sit next to her. But being your friend gets her an opportunity for her to expand herself into the black community. You are being used by every fucking industry. Who's buying your clothes, Lewis? They're not black people, bro. Black people are not spending $300 to $400 on your clothes, bro. They've got lives and wives in their fucking communities and shit, dude. They've got children. They don't do shit like that. Black people don't do no stupid shit like that, bro. They're smarter than the average bear. It's not like they don't got nice shit, bro. They always got, I mean, not all of them, but like, seriously, if we're talking American blacks, no, they've got their fits, they've got their bills paid, the girls get their nails done, the dudes look good. Like, not all of them, but it's a cultural thing where they, you know what I mean? They all look good together, because if one looks bad, they all look bad, right? It's a cultural thing, right? In the sense of, I just don't understand how you could fit a whole room of famous black people and have no culture. Have it all stripped from the room. Because you didn't bring black people, bro. You brought fucking actors and performers and fakers, bro. Why did Colin Kaepernick need to be there? Why? Because he's a man of statue. So, naturally, let's dress him up. Look what they did to you guys. They used you to sell clothes to white people. Lewis, you could have been so powerful for the fucking, you know what I mean? For the duality and for the equality of this. But you're standing on the wrong fucking side, motherfucker. You've always been on the wrong motherfucking side, bitch. You forget your skin. And that's because your dad taught you how to be white, bro. He taught you how to be white. How a black man make you white? Because he wanted to be. Had you guys grown up on this side of the fucking world, bro, you'd have more pride about the skin you wear. It has nothing to do with the fucking being American, bro. You're patriotic to a country, but you have lost the culture of your color. That country doesn't support your color, bro. Don't get me wrong, our country obviously doesn't either, but it's just like, what are y'all doing, bro? Giving it to them. You're giving them the power over you. It's not about that, bro. It's just like, I'm not trying to start a race war. It's just like, stand up, bro. Don't lose yourself in this. The best part of what I do is the cultural differences. how I get to open a new book. You know, the other day when we opened the book about Judaism and we start to kind of understand the Jews. Like, oh, they don't get along? Okay. And they think like this? Okay. And this is what, oh, that explains the war. In the sense of, we start to understand what it's made of. And, you know, as much as that book showed that they do a lot of arguing, the arguing is because they leave for openness. It's not closed. It's not a closed conversation. We can talk about this. We can get this all out and everybody can be heard. I like that. That was cool. You know, when we go in back to Buddha's book and he tells us how they're raised, their belief system. They don't believe in that type of shit. That's why they don't act like that type of shit. When we're talking about the black culture and Big Mama's house, my sisters, you know what I mean? The thug life and the hood and all of these real traditional black families, bro. That culture that when you walk in that house, the music's turned on, the food is on, somebody's always at the door to welcome you, ask you if you want something. The kids is playing, you're safe, there's always something there, you know what I mean? It's a sense, my knees is fucking weak right now. They're literally shaking. It's a sense of family, bro. The beauty that comes from this culture of just stepping in the room of these people. But now, you know what I mean? It wasn't in that room, bro. The whole vibration of the black culture was not in that room. It wasn't on those stairs. And not in the stairs of people and watching you walk those stairs, bro. That's it. You sacrifice yourself to do what? The walk of fame? To walk some stairs? Again, there's never pictures of what goes on in there. You did all that just to walk up those stairs and have your picture taken. To say you were there. You were part of that group. Not realizing what the group was about. That's all. When I went to the nail salon down in Hugo, Oklahoma. And it's an Asian nail salon. And I'm looking everywhere for their fucking shrine. You can't go to an Asian nail salon or an Asian restaurant or an Asian, you know what I mean? Sorry, my ear's ringing. Oh God, he's posting. Oh, get away from me. Or an Asian, you know what I mean? Dry cleaners or any of them. They always have their shrine, bro. They have their Buddha, they have their shrine. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking for it. And then when I finally get to do my nails and I go to leave, you know, they have all of the other decor. Where's the shrine, bro? Where's the shrine, bro? Where's the altar? Where is this? And I ask them, where's your shrine? They tell me that, I think they said they're Christians, but I don't remember which kind of Christians they said. That's great that you believe in Christ, but you've abandoned your God? You abandon your culture? It's like going into a Latino's house and they don't got no tortillas. It's unheard of. It's part of the culture, bro. It's part of the culture, bro. There's certain things that make it. Lots of little things that make this universe of richness. You guys go to foreign lands to meet to capture their culture, to witness their culture. Last night all I saw was our black culture with no culture in it. They took all of our black culture and took the culture out of it. That's all I got to say about that. Keep your old ways. Don't ever forget. You have to honor it. They die if you let it die. They die. If you stop using your grandma's way, you know what I mean. Nobody will ever know about your grandma, bro. You stop carrying the ways of the old, and that's where it is we need to evolve. We need to bring our ancestors with us in our evolution. You want to become more civilized, that's fine, but don't forget where you came from. You don't have to bring the ignorance, but you got to bring the blood. That's all. I gotta go. Again, it was saddening to watch people be, you know what I mean, completely be ripped away from who they were. It's like being adopted, you know? It's like these kids they went to the Philippines and they adopted all these kids, and these kids are so American, bro, and don't know shit about where they came from and their true culture and why their skin looks like that and why they talk like that and why they like the certain foods that they like. Why their eyes are curved the certain way that they are. Why their skin, you know what I mean? None of that, bro. You just dress them up and make them us. That's what I meant. You could have, as the black community says, you could have put your foot on those outfits. You could have put your foot in it. You could have made it yours. Instead, they made you theirs, is what I saw in those pictures. Don't forget who you guys are. You're there to represent the culture, bro, before it disappears. You know what I mean? Lewis doesn't represent black people. Unfortunately. He thinks he does, but he doesn't. Because he doesn't actually act like he doesn't. He's given up his black ways so that he could play their game. You can't be black in their lives. You can't be real black. You have to be a polished black person. Educated, civilized, you know what I mean? Conformed. And that's fine. I'm not saying any of you are ignorant. You're all of that. But you can still be you. You could still let your grandmas and your aunties and your cousins show in those kind of places. I want to go to the loud table where everybody's laughing real loud and they're talking and they're high-fiving and there might be some dominoes or some rummy and somebody's got some Kool-Aid. This isn't ghetto. This is history, ancestral. This is, you know what I mean? It's like when we had neighborhood blocks, you know which house you wanted to go to. You wanted to go to your house. Your mama was cool. She always had some good food going. You guys were playing games. You had cousins to play with. There was always music. You know what I mean? It was always good. I loved that about California. When I met the other cultures. It was culture shock. There were so many different cultures. All within the neighborhood, in my apartments. There's no more white. 50 shades of white. It was all the colors of the world in California. Loved it. And then when I went to Mexico, oh man, you guys are amazing. Just the smell, the sounds, the hugs, the kisses, the schedule, the food, the everything. I love that about black people. I love you people. I love all you people, but I don't like when you take it off just to impress somebody. There's nothing wrong. Put it back on. Turn it up. Turn it up real loud. Real loud. So that everyone can hear it. So they can feel it. So they know who they invited to the party. They invited the fucking culture to the party. We're about to turn this party up. Okay? Okay. Hey, I love you guys. Gotta go. It's a turn up. Start your engines.